Spurs fan Dave for me. Dave, Wolves won, Tottenham won. What did you make of today's game?
Yeah, a very frustrating evening. I thought, yes, we scored in the first minute. I thought we would have pushed on and got another goal, but the longer the game went on, Wolves grew into it, and they're at home. They came on to us, and then half-time came and went, still 1-0 off, 1-0 up. Ndombele, our best player, was taken off after about 60-odd minutes. There was no creativity at all in the team, I thought. I don't think there's three at the back. He's played it in the Europa League, but I just don't think this is going to work. He's given Sanchez another chance. I didn't think Sanchez had a very good game. He had him there. Died okay. But I just think this 1-0, keep trying to hold on to a 1-0 for 89 minutes or 94 if 90 plus 5. But it's never going to be enough. Really, we just ought to go for another goal, and then try and shut up shop if that's what he wants to do. But one goal, you can get away with it occasionally. But other teams around us have dropped points. Liverpool have dropped 2 points today. Chelsea has lost. Man United drew. Leicester drew. So it would have been a good time for us to have picked up some headway up on the other teams. But once again, we've got 2 points out of 12. So, really, we're just in the mix there. We're just, in with everybody else. And really, I think he's concentrating on the Cup. I think he's concentrating on the League Cup, really. I think obviously we get past Brentford and then we're in a final. And I mean, let's face it, Jose knows how to win a final. So, he's there to deliver a trophy, as we all know. So, but let's try and get some league points because it's the bread and butter stuff, isn't it?
Isn't it frustrating, though, Dave? 11 days ago, Tottenham was sat top of the Premier League.
Yeah.
In our last 4 Premier League games, of course, the 1-1 at Crystal Palace, then losing at Liverpool, losing last week at home to Leicester, and then the draw today, 2 points out of a possible 12 points. Yeah.
And we've got 2 home games this week. I say that I don't know why he's not resting Harry. A few resting Harry Kane because he looked lacklustre. Sonny hardly had a shot, and they just look a little bit jaded to me. They're running in the blind alleys, and people are picking up Kane because he's coming deep. He seemed to be crowded out even more than normal. So I just think that they perhaps need to try Carlos Vinicius against Fulham. Harry needs a little mini break, I think. Why not? Because that's really what he's been brought in for, to give Harry some rest, and he hasn't had much game time. So why not play him?
Dave, you say that about Carlos Vinicius. He didn't even make the bench today. There were 4 defenders on the bench. There were 5 defenders in the team today. Very defensive. No Gareth Bale in the squad today. No Lucas Moura, no Carlos Vinicius, and no Giovanni Lo Celso. We know is injured. But it was. What did you make of Jose Mourinho's starting 11? Because it seemed very defensive to me when it came out.
It was. He's tried this in the Europa League. This formation of the 3 at the back. Ben Davies. He did. Ben Davies, what he's done is the players who did well at Stoke, he seems to have given them another go. Ben Davies, Harry Winks, they did well. Doherty's come in. He's tried the same format. Tried the same players and given them another chance. Poor Dele Alli was under a blanket up in the corner, but. I don't know. It's we seem to have lost our way a little bit. I don't know what you think, but we do seem to have lost our way.
I just think there's no creativity in the team. Absolutely, Dave. And
No.
you're very right to say Heung-min Son and Harry Kane. You know, I love the pair of them. They've been on fire this season, but both of them today look so tired to me. And, you know, there was no creativity in the team. You know, Tottenham got off to a flying start. You know, just, you know, what was it, 57, 58 seconds on Ndombele, put us 1-0 up. And then you think, we're back in business. You know, we're going to go to third in the Premier League. We would have been 4 points behind Liverpool. It would have been game on again. And then you know, we just haven't got over that line. And surely, you know, Jose Mourinho has been brought in to get us over that line. But to defend 1-0 wins constantly, it is a bit frustrating now, isn't it?
Of course it is. Of course it is. And we got away with it at West Brom. We got away with it at Burnley. But you can't keep doing it. And the run of away victories has been halted because, we won our first 4. Now we've lost. You know, we've drawn a couple and we've lost one. So the away record isn't looking as good as it used to look. You know, with no fans in the stadiums, I mean, this is a good chance to get some points on the board away from home. You know, Liverpool still got some fans, I see, but you know, it is disappointing, and I think most Spurs fans will feel disappointed tonight because that was a golden opportunity. Yes, we had a golden opportunity up at Liverpool to have got even a draw seemed a bit disappointing, but at least we'd have kept we'd still been top. We'd level pegging, but what's happened is we've just seemed to have hit a brick wall, and we're still going in the League Cup, but we got 3 home games now coming up, and we've got to win all those 3. But as you say, Carlos Vinicius wasn't even on the bench. Gareth Bale's got a calf injury, so I don't think we'll see him. I mean, he might make the bench against Fulham or Leeds, but you know, these are the games you've got to win if you're thinking about getting up the top, because all those it's so tight up there. It's so congested that, you know, a win will take you up 4 or 5 places. We could have gone third tonight, and it would have put a marker down. But once again, we've just got a point. And if you want to do things, then a draw isn't enough.
What's changed for you though, Dave? Because when you go back to the start of the season, looking at wins, away wins at Southampton, battering them 5-2, Manchester United 6-1, Harry Kane, Heung-min Son on fire. When you look at last week's performance against Leicester at home, lack of creativity again, and exactly the same today. What's changed for you?
Well, they looked great. I think they gave everything at Liverpool. I know Steven Bergwijn had those 2 chances, and Harry Kane perhaps put one over the top of that header, but I think they gave their all. I think they really went out to win at Liverpool. And I think if we had done that, I think we'd have marched on. But I think the fallout of that defeat, right at the last knock-ins again, it was a hangover in the Leicester match, because we just didn't look at the races at all in the Leicester. It was a bad day at the office, etc., etc. No penalty and our own goal. But I mean, really, the defence. Serge had one of his, walkabout moments where he did that push, and Sissoko isn't a right back, but he was covering. The fullback had gone off, and he got the wrong side of Vardy. You know what Vardy's like. So it was a bad day, the office against Leicester, and we tried to put it right tonight. And he's trying to get a squeeze of 1-0, but it wasn't to be, was it?
Dave, of course, Tottenham's next 2 Premier League games, as you said, are home matches between Fulham and Leeds United. How do you see them 2 games going?
Well, on paper, we should get the win. I think he's gonna change the formations again, because once again he had a settled team as we thought, and now he's tinkering. But I think the French players ought to come in, because we do need. I think you made a point in another video that we've got 7 games in January. There's not a spare weekend, a spare midweek until about the 17th of January. I think he needs to give players rest now. I mean, I thought he might. He said Vinicius wasn't even on the bench, but I mean, this would have been a time to have perhaps put him on to start and have Harry on the bench and Sonny on the bench, like he had Sonny on the bench against Stoke.
We talk about the team selection, like today. Just before today's game, Jose Mourinho was talking to Sky Sports, and he said, it's a good squad, we have good options, this is the best team that we can start with. That is exactly what he said. So what would you change?
Team we can start with, Well, as I say, I would have rested because they look jaded. As you just said, I mean, Sonny and Harry have had terrific workloads. Nobody has scored more than 1 goal. I know Ndombele's got a second today, but nobody else had got past one goal apart from Sonny and Harry. So that tells you the workload, the load is on those 2 shoulders. So, somebody else has got to chip in with some goals. Where they're coming from, we don't know. But Lo Celso needs to step up when he comes on. And Ndombele's obviously got one today. But, yeah, it's a worry. I mean, he says he's playing his best team. Yeah, on paper, it might be his best team, but they're not the freshest team. He needs to freshen it up a bit, I think. And I can't see us doing any business in January. I think really, I can't. We booked 7 players in the summer. I can't see us spending any more money now, especially. It's too difficult, I think, especially with the Brexit situation and getting foreign players in. That's all been thrown up in the air. So I don't think we'll be doing any business. There might be a couple going out, but there won't be anybody coming in. I mean, Ali probably go on loan because I think he's frustrated and he just needs a new start. I think, especially if Pooch goes there. If he goes to PSG, then the first thing you want is Ali on. Obviously he's gonna take him, isn't he? So yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Dave, do you want to give me a score prediction for the Fulham game?
Well, shall I say 3-0 for Spurs? I think it will be comfortable, that one. I think it will be. Yeah,
Dave,
3-0.
thank you very much indeed.
And I think
today has been very frustrating, but we'll leave you on that note. 3-0, 3-0 prediction. Let's hope that you're right, and Tottenham could do with getting back to winning ways in a couple of days' time against Fulham at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Dave, thank you very much, and come on, you Spurs.
Go on, Tottenham. Come on, let's get up that table.